going on, guys? Welcome back to This Is The Way, episode 15. My name is Kyle, your host. As always, we got Grogu Baby Yoda, which we do not see in this episode. We don't have any Baby Yoda in this episode, which is crazy, which kind of makes sense, but we got Mando, who removes his helmet for the second time in the series, but I got some issues with that. It's not a big deal. We got Bill Burr, who's back, and then this guy from the Empire. The Empire outfits are always sick. Thank you guys so much for joining. My name is Kyle, your host. As always, this is Project Potter. This is The Way, The Mandalorian Review. This is Season 2, Episode 7, the penultimate episode of Season 2. So, if you guys have seen the other ones here, we're just going to do kind of a quick recap or my thoughts on it, a score, and then that's going to be it. This is going to be really quick, kind of mini-series that we're doing here. So, last we knew, Baby Yoda got taken by Moff Gideon's elite robotic crew when he was on the stone. He was meditating and all that. They went down and took him. But right now we got the crew going. So we got Boba Fett and we got Mando rolling, and all of the shots with Boba Fett and Mando together are super cool. It looks awesome. They go and get Bill Burr in the beginning of this episode, which is prisoner 3374 or something. They keep saying it, so it's kind of a recurring joke. And there's droid humor, which is good. Droid humor is always good, I think, in the newer Star Wars, with K2SO and just R2D2 and C3PO, if I can say it correctly. They're always good, I think. So droid humor is always, I think, a high point for Star Wars. But what we're gonna see here is that they get Bill Burr. This one I don't like as much because it's small galaxy syndrome, where it's we gotta get the best, we gotta get all the same characters. Season 2 has done this a lot, where we saw the blue guy last time, and we gotta go get Cara Dune's character back, and it's alright, and then we gotta get this bounty hunter lady back from the first season. And it's and then earlier this season we went back to the repair woman. It was the same woman. It's the same 6 characters in the galaxy. It's dude, it's a whole galaxy. There's got to be other characters. Just introduce new characters. I don't know why they have to recycle these characters. I don't know. But that's the problem, I think, with Star Wars as a whole. The galaxy's huge, but it's always Luke Skywalker and always Leia, and it's all the same characters are always coming in, and it's oh, you're a Skywalker. Of course you're a Skywalker. There's only there's apparently millions of them. I don't know. Anyway, this episode I'm not very high on. I did enjoy it. I mean, it's the production value is high, so the couple scenes that stood out to me, the pirate scene when they're kind of going into the pirates with all the thermal detonators, when Bill Burr and Mando dressed as the stormtroopers, that scene's okay. I mean, there's one scene where they place the thermal detonator on the explosives, and then it just doesn't go off for 10 minutes, even though the rest of the grenades went off right away. The guy places it. First Mando shoots him off, and that guy blows up. But then they come back up, and Mando's on top, and he's wearing he decides at the beginning of the episode they need to sneak in, so they're wearing the stormtrooper apparel, which is cool. But there is a scene where Mando says I can't take my helmet off, I won't show my face. And there's a scene with Bill Burr, and he's oh, well, can you not take your helmet off as a Mandalorian, or can you not take your helmet off at all, regardless? He's those are two different things. There's a scene where Bill Burr says you're from Mandalore and you believe this, and you're from Alderaan and you believe this, but we're all the same. He's we're all going through the same shit. So that was a neat little touch there. But I love Bill Burr, but he doesn't fit into this universe as much as I thought he would. He's not bad by any means in this episode. It's just he's just almost he's just a comedian in the Star Wars universe, really. So he kind of stood out to me in a negative way. But he's always asking the what if questions too, or not even the what if questions, but just why are we doing that? What? This is blowing up, but why? And it's dude, we don't need you to be the audience. The audience can figure it out. We don't need you to ask the questions for us. But with Mando saying so few things, it's tough because they don't ask Pedro Pascal to do much. We do get his gorgeous face again. This would be cool, but again, we saw him in season 1 show his face to IG-11. So this is the first time he's shown his face to other humans, which is a huge letdown for me, because it's it's not, and Bill Burr kind of set it up where he's like, well, if you take off your Mando helmet, is that the same as taking off another helmet? Mando didn't answer that question, but like technically he's never taken off his Mandalorian helmet in front of another human being. But we get like this whole sequence. The guy who plays the Imperial officer is actually really good. I liked him. He was like creepy and like just power hungry, and he's like, the New Republic is crushed. But there's a sequence where like Bill Burr completely blows their cover because he's like, this dude, like he's talking about how the Empire is gonna reign, and there is a nice little line where he says like they think they want freedom, but they want order, and I was like, oh, like the First Order, and it's like that's a cool little nod there. But Bill Burr gets so mad, he's like, I need to just kill this dude, and then the other officers stand there, and I was like, are they gonna let them go? And then like they just start shooting, so like they end up shooting themselves out of the base. But that's kind of jumping ahead. Skipping back really quick. Sorry, I know this is kind of out of order. The one really good scene I liked, there was like a hype moment for me, was like when the pirates all have thermal detonators, which they all like tend to detonate, but then just hold on to it for a while, and they're not really close to the truck. They're all coming at him. Mando, he's like on top of the truck, and he's like, dude, he's out of options. And the two TIE fighters come in, and they blow everything up, and then everyone's like, all the stormtroopers are celebrating. That was dope, because like usually when you see TIE fighters coming in, it's bad news. But like Bill Burr says, he's like, never thought I'd be happy to see stormtroopers. So it's funny because we're actually rooting for the Empire here. So that was a really cool twist. But I feel like I'm complimenting this episode a lot. I didn't love this episode though. The whole helmet thing is like, what are the rules for this helmet? Can he take it off? Can he not take it off? He just leaves his like Mando suit somewhere, and I know he's got to do that to go undercover, because Bill Burr's like, look, you got to take that like helmet off, or like we're not going to get this done. So they go undercover, they get the other suit, but like I don't know, it's just a mess. Like this should have been like a big scene, but he just like he has to take his helmet off because they have to do facial recognition. Why does it recognize his face? Why does it recognize Pedro Pascal's face? I don't understand. What, did he used to be in the Empire? Is that why? Is that like a big reveal there? They didn't really explain that, but like I thought they would, like, I don't know. It was weird, but he like goes to the terminal, he makes a big scene, but then everyone's freaking out because they're like, what are you doing? You don't seem like you don't look like you know what you're doing here. But yeah, Boba Fett comes in eventually. The one thing I will say, Boba Fett's ship taking off and landing, that will never ever get old. And Boba Fett looks sick. Like, I know we saw his armor last week for the first time, and that was awesome, but like, I never want to see Boba Fett out of his armor now. Like, that's looks dope. They had all the cooler shots for him. It's like, man, him and Mando together is a nasty combination. With all that being said, there's a cool little scene at the end where like Cara and the sniper from the first season, they're like sniping guys off the roof. So that's cool, but like it's a little too convenient for me how they like escape like a whole base full of guys and they get away. Boba comes, picks them up. There's a cool scene in the very, very beginning where Mando calls him Fett, which is sick. But overall, guys, I thought this was like a weaker episode. Again, the production value is still there, but it was like, okay, we're getting the gang back together, but we're not really getting the gang back together. We're just getting Bill Burr. But then it's like they have to go to the base to get the codes for Moff Gideon. So I understand that, but like it just felt a little like meh. Like I don't know. I thought they could have done more with it. So overall, I'm going to give this a 7-8. A decent episode. I mean, I didn't have a bad time watching this episode. It's just, compared to the other episodes of season 2, I think this one falls flat. I just thought there weren't enough, like, wow moments, like we've had with, like, the Boba Fett armor, even, like, the spiders, like, all of the other moments that we've had in season 2 so far. And season 2 has set the bar very high. I don't think we had that in this episode. It was kind of like a filler, like, oh, we need to get these plans. Okay, now we're gonna go get Baby Yoda. There is a great scene at the end for a setup where he, what's his name? Mando actually repeats back to Moff Gideon basically what Moff Gideon said to them when he first showed up in the series, where he's like, "You have something that I want," and he's like, I forget what he says, but he literally repeats it like line for line. So that was sick. But yeah, super excited for the season finale, next episode. I think next episode will be amazing. The next week is the finale, the season 2 finale. We just saw in the news at the time of this recording that season 3 just set to air Christmas of 2021. It's about Christmas of 2020 at the time of this recording, so we got a year to wait after next week. But I think that's about how long season 1, season 2 gap was. So, super excited for next week. There should be a huge fight scene, hopefully an awesome battle with Moff Gideon. I don't think they would kill Moff Gideon next episode. They're probably going to have him escape or something. He seems like he plays a larger role, unless he leads into a bigger enemy like a Moff Gideon to like a Vader Palpatine type of deal. So I hope this builds towards the First Order. I really would love to see it connect to the new trilogy. I think Disney will do that, considering that Disney is managing Mandalorian and has it on their platform, and they made the new sequel trilogy. And I know that trilogy has problems, but it's still really good. Not story-wise really, but it's still a huge part of Star Wars canon. So hopefully they can tie that in, and there's some really cool parts of the sequel trilogy that they could really explore here. So super excited to see where it goes. But that's it for The Mandalorian, guys. That's it for This Is the Way, I should say. Episode 15. So next week we got the season 2 finale. Then we have a whole year off till more Mandalorian. But we'll keep Baby Yoda with us, guys. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, please like, comment. Most importantly, please subscribe. I'm trying to get those subscribe numbers up. I think we're at 29 at the time of this recording. So really trying to boost those numbers, starting to grow the channel. Please tell your friends about it. Please tell them to sub if they can. Anyone who likes Mandalorian, Star Wars, we have a whole bunch of other content on there too. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, taking the time out of your day to watch this quick little review, and hope you guys enjoyed the show. Until next time, guys, this is the way.